In fact, dati pa namin sinasabi yan kahit nung mga committee hearings pa lang na talagang may credit notice, no, yung DepEd. Obviously, that's not something that was being highlighted even by the media. But yun ang fact, no, na I think it was August 9, 2024 when DepEd received its credit notice. So, at least na nalabas na ngayon in open court na yun talaga yung status, and that's also why I was asking the witness the other day when I was doing the cross kung alam ba niya yung status ng DepEd at kung alam niya ano ibig sabihin ng credit notice. But as the witness mentioned earlier, it's also a fact that the credit notice may be reopened, diba? Meaning kahit na settle na yung account, it may be reopened. So tingnan natin kung anong mangyayari dito sa credit notice na to, because I noticed that emphasis was also being made on if a credit notice can be reopened. But sa amin ngayon, on the part of the defense, at least nailabas na talaga categorically na may credit notice ang DepEd for the first and second quarter ng paggamit ng confidential funds.
Just to laymanize it, what does it mean?
Ang credit notice simply means na after evaluation po ng Commission on Audit, ng liquidation report, ng mga submission at ng tugon sa AOM, is they allowed in audit yung nangyaring paggamit ng confidential funds. Meaning wala silang nakitang issue doon sa paggamit ng confidential funds.
Senator Jesus Escudero asked COA witness, wala pa daw pong naririnig na panig ng OBP doon sa notice of disallowance at pinadmit ito ng COA.
Opo, tama po. Because ayon po sa rules ng COA, meaning rules of procedure, pagdating sa mga issuances sila, yung mga responses, meron pong 180 days from the receipt of any notice of disallowance ang ahensya para po maghain ng tinatawag nating petition for review o parang apela, no, sa commission proper. And I believe that we are still within the 180-day period. Hindi ko lang mabigay yung tamang date pero I think it's around October yung expiration ng 180 days if I'm not mistaken. So, kumbaga, hindi po sa hindi nagresponde ang OVP, ano pa lang, no? Nandun pa siya sa period within which OVP can respond.
Yan ganyan, hindi po pwedeng tawaging mayroon ng anomalya sa paggamit.
Well, sa atin naman po, ang atin namang panig parate is kaya may remedies kasi meron pang mga remedyo o meron pang mga hakbang na pwede gawin ng isang ahensya kahit na may notice of disallowance na para umapila at syempre ang purpose niyan is ma-overturn, no, yung notice of disallowance ng ICFAO. In fact, kahit na yung decision ng commission proper, meron pa rin tayong remedy na mag-motion for reconsideration, and after ng motion for reconsideration, pwede pa po tayong umakyat sa Supreme Court. Nasa rules po yan ng COA talaga.
So wala pang final verdict?
Kumbaga wala pa pong final, tama po, na desisyon ukol dyan hanggat may remedyo pa.
Sir, balik lang tayo sa credit notice. Kasi yung anchored kasi yung Article 1 sa misuse of confidential funds. Kasi na-cite nila doon yung alleged misuse of DepEd confidential funds. So hindi ba hihina yung kaso ng prosecution nito na may credit notice na po na in other words na clear defense?
Well, I don't want to, as you know, no, ayokong bigyan ng any comment yung kaso ng prosecution because it's up to them to prove that, and obviously they will have a different opinion. Pero ang sa atin, as you know, I always try to maintain being objective and factual in terms of yung mga ganitong bagay. At ang sinasabi lang natin, actually hindi to first time matagal na naming sinasabi na may credit notice yung DepEd. It's just hindi siya na-highlight, and buti na lang na-highlight na rin kanina through yung testigo kung ano pa talaga yung status ng confidential funds ng DepEd na meron nga siyang credit notice. Kasi ang napapansin nyo sa mga previous na talakayan, hindi dito sa impeachment court pero outside, no, kinakat doon sa ano na nangyari doon sa AOM, when in fact matagal nang na-issue yung credit notice na yon, August pa nga 2024. But ganun pa man, just to be factual about it, nagsabi rin naman yung testigo kanina na yun nga, no, meron yun sa rules sila, pwede pa raw buksan sakaling maaaring may makitang material new evidence, no, from the time they issued the credit notice within the 3-year period after that. So, I mean, let's just be factual para hindi magulo din yung ating mga kababayan. But yun. That's what it is. May credit notice ang DepEd.
Sir, kanina rin sabi ni, question ni Attorney Ferrer yung competence ng witness. Can you expound on it?
Ano po exactly yung question, ma'am? If matandaan nyo lang, kasi maraming beses na question ng competence eh.
Yung sa umpisa pa lang, sir, sinabi niya kung competent na sumagot yung witness sa mga exhibit na ipipresent ng prosecution.
Oh, I think it's because ang competence naman, it's either wala kang personal knowledge or you're asking for a conclusion or an interpretation that the witness is not allowed to do so. But ang kanina kasi ang naging talakayan and ang naging desisyon ng ating presiding officer is just let the witness answer if she knows. So sumusunod lang po tayo sa anong nangyari. I'm sorry, hindi kita madirektang masagot because I think I can remember she objected at least thrice or 4 times eh. So hindi ko lang direktang masabi. Pero para lang maintindihan ng ating mga kababayan, competence kasi means that that you have personal knowledge, that you have the expertise to answer a certain question, lalo na pag opinion yan, ang ordinary witness di pwede magbigay ng opinion. Expert witnesses lang ang pwede magbigay ng opinion. So maaring it borders on those things or any interpretation or conclusion of law that obviously witnesses cannot make. So maaring yun po yung pinanggagalingan ni Attorney Ferrer.
Sir, general comments lang. It was sub judice, pero comment lang doon sa point ng prosecution na disallow yung 375 million pesos na OAP confidential funds dahil may problem doon sa chain of custody ng money na disburse hindi tama. Comment.
Well, that goes into our main defenses, no? Kasi unang-una, yung notice of disallowance na yan, sasagot pa lang yung OVP. No? So, it will be answered within the 180-day period. Pangalawa, I think we will be able to address this issue during our own presentation of our evidence in chief. So, ano lang po, pakihintay na lang po siguro yung turn naman namin magpresenta nito.
Attorney, yung sa simula kanina sa stipulation of yung sa stipulation na nangyari ka ng umaga, yung pinag-uusapan ko, yung stipulator na ang naging pa siya ng presiding officer is to submit the copies, yung defense. Ito ba yung 800?
Yes. Yung hindi lang yata 800. I think lahat ng ARs, pati itong first, second, and third quarter eh. Oo. So, I think 4,000 ba? Parang ganun. Oo. So, yun po yung pinapasubmit. Kasi ang nangyari, kaya nga sinasabi namin, although they keep on saying it's a common exhibit, meaning parehong dokumento. Iba po kasi yung markings. May AR, kunyari makita tayo ng isang AR, hindi pong nakamark yan as prosecution and defense. Meron pong baling isang AR, 2 kopya, mark ng defense yung isa, mark ng prosecution yung isa. That's why sinasabi natin, it's not strictly a common exhibit, no? But ang naging decision naman is one, to use muna yung table na which is really allowed under the rules. Tama din naman po ang presiding officer, and of course tama rin naman si Attorney Kapunan. It's provided under the rules, no, na pag voluminous ang documents, pwede namang summary lang. So yung summary, yung table na ginawa ng witness at in-identify ng witness ay nagamit kanina, and then nautusan naman tayo na mag-submit rin kasi apparently hindi yata nagkaroon ng kopya yung impeachment court naman nung aming mga minarkahan na acknowledgement receipts. Yes, kaya yun kasi markado na yun eh. So dapat we should easily be able to submit those.
Attorney Las, yung reaction, stand nyo dun sa suggestion ni Senate Majority Leader Nick Zubiri na ibalik sa 3 p.m. yung
may personal preference, pero hindi kami, we will submit to whatever the impeachment court decides on. Tayo naman susunod lang po tayo. To be honest ako personally, pero personal ko to, hindi to defense team. Personally, nasanay ako dun sa 2 o'clock noon, and then so I had to adjust to the 10 a.m. So kung ibabalik, wala namang problema na hapon. But tingnan lang natin. I think ang gusto din naman talaga natin dito is maging maayos yung pagtakbo ng impeachment trial without also compromising syempre yung mga trabaho din naman ng Senado while this impeachment trial is being undertaken or is ongoing.
Attorney, question po. Kanina po kasi nagkaroon ng discussion regarding ano sa was it a miscommunication yung schedule dapat ng pag-meet? Bakit hindi kayo nag-meet this Thursday, Friday?
Oo, I heard that August 14 kasi yung nabigay na schedule ng team, no? But I don't want to comment any further na total nagkasagutan na yung bawat panig doon sa floor kanina. Ayoko na sigurong dagdagan pa yon if you would just excuse me for that. And then, meron namang desisyon na rin ng ating presiding officer. So, at least from now, ay tuloy-tuloy na yan.
So baka may paliwanag lang dun sa mga confidential funds na napunta umano sa Christmas party, tree planting, and...
Hindi naman po again, I don't want to get into the merits, pero may tanong kanina, so I'll just do the factual thing, no? Kasi, syempre, iba yung depensa namin. Pero may tanong din kanina ang ating presiding officer kung yung pondo ba ay ginamit doon sa event mismo or doon sa mga operations para maging successful or secure yung event. At nasagot naman ng ating testigo na yung COA witness kanina, si Ma'am Del Campo, no, na ang pagkakaintindi niya is ginamit yon not for those events. Kumbaga hindi yung confidential funds yung ginamit para sa event na yun, pero for those activities to maintain or prepare, or not prepare, but to secure those events.
But in
Yan
proper
naman.
time,
In proper time, we'll have to address that also para makita din kung ano talaga yung ano ba talaga ang paggamit ng confidential funds at ano yung saklaw ng pinaggamitan nito.
Sir, nothing unusual with the several payments in several locations in the Philippines in one day?
Well, I don't want to say now but we'll address that. We'll address that, sir. We'll address it. And we're confident that we can address that.
Sir, very last comment lang dun sa pagpili ng defense na pag-highlight ulit ng mga pangalan, Heart of Papo, Sejuno, dahil may
Okay lang. Sa akin, I don't see anything wrong with that kasi syempre kung ikaw yung nagpresent ng ebidensya, you will use yung sa tingin mo, no, that will give the most impact. And expect that the defense will also do the same. So sa atin, wala po akong nakikitang problema doon sa ginawa ng prosecution. We just want to be objective also in that area.
Attorney, nabanggit din kanina no, na may credit notices na kayo sa DepEd for 2023. At sinabi naman ni Del Campo na possible, pwede rin buksan kung may mga new evidences. Naka-ready ba kayo doon?
We'll just address it when it happens, if it will happen, diba? You never know what can happen nowadays. So sa atin naman, ready naman i-address yan. I think with this impeachment trial kasi rin, no, with the prosecution and the defense presenting its evidence later on, you will also get a better picture kung ano ba talaga yung mga depensa namin, ano ba talaga yung mga rason kung ba't sinasabi namin na walang pagwawaldas na ginamit, na nangyari sa paggamit ng confidential funds. So, yun lang po, hintayin na lang po siguro natin.
Thank you po, Attorney.
Thank you po. Thank you very much for your patience. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.
180 days na